The district that I work in has something called pupil-free days, and that's where the teachers come in, but the students don't come in. And maybe it's parent-teacher conference day, so parents will come in, but the students are still not there. Or maybe the teachers have meetings that day. So when my son was in middle school, we were going to have a pupil-free day coming up, and he said, "I don't get it. What are we supposed to do on pupil-free day?" And I said, "Well, we could go to Knott's Berry Farm." Because what? And I said, "Well, it won't be too crowded. Usually we don't like going if it's a day off because there's too many crowds, but it's just our district's day off. So other people won't be there, and we can go to the beach. We could do all kinds of things." And he said, "How are we going to do that?" And I said, "Just go. I don't understand." And then he goes, "Well, it's pupil free. Are we supposed to just close our eyes all day or sleep? Are we going to go to Knott's Berry Farm and sleep? Like, what are we supposed to do without our pupils?" And then when I finished laughing, I said, "Son, do you know that pupils are not just in your eyes, but a student is also called a pupil?" And he said, "What? No, it isn't." And I said, "Yes, it is." And then all his siblings said, "Yes, a pupil is also a student." And apparently he missed every conversation we ever had that included that. Now, granted, we did not use the term pupil that often in our home, but if we did, he missed it. And so a lot of my stories have to do with my son because he's very extroverted. So he's often talking or busy doing something and misses things that are kind of important sometimes. Anyway, but I brought up pupils because I wanted to talk about our eye health today. So I take this supplement. It's called Immortalium, spelled with one M, Immortalium. And it has precursors to elongate or stop the shrinking of our T cells. And T cells are something in our body that keep us young, and then as they shorten, it ages us, and it affects our brain health and a lot of our eye health. So it has lots of ingredients in it: vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, B6, calcium, zinc, selenium, copper, MSM, alpha lipoic acid, skin rejuvenating whole food blend. So it has a lot of things. It has vitamin B12. Anyway, you can look at the ingredients online. I'm going to do the Amazon link. Now, this is from a company called Longevity that I actually work with, and I've been taking supplements from them for a long time. They're also where I get my essential oils from, which I use for a lot of things. I'll talk about another time. But the reason why I'm not recommending getting it from the Longevity site is because in order to be a priority customer, you need to order a certain amount per month. And then you get a good price, but you're also on auto ship. And so you should really try it first through Amazon. And then if you like it and you want to reorder, then you can ask me, or I'll post a link that gives you the Longevity website with my code, so that you can go to my site there and order this and other things that I might talk about, because I do use a lot of Longevity. It's a very pretty bottle too. You can't really see it, but it's that beautiful blue glass. And the one thing that it has helped me with the most is my eye health. So that is the most noticeable thing. So literally within a couple of days of taking it for the first time, I wasn't wearing my glasses, and I had just gotten glasses a couple of years before that for nearsightedness, and mostly for driving, because I found that the signs were a little bit blurry and it was giving me headaches to drive because I was focusing to be able to see. And so I had gotten granted, it was a low prescription glasses, and I really only use them for driving because I don't have a lot of need to see far other than driving. But I wasn't wearing them that day, and I was a passenger, so I wasn't driving. And I looked up and I realized I could read the signs perfectly, and they weren't blurry at all. And the leaves on the trees looked very defined. And I thought, wow, that's so weird. What is happening? And then I went back to the ophthalmologist, and he told me that my eyes did not need glasses at all. I didn't need glasses. That the glasses I had were going to be counterproductive for me. So I stopped wearing them. And then since then, my eye doctor has said, you know, you really probably need reading glasses. So, you know, let's test you for that. And so he tests me, and I do not need reading glasses. And he says, well, that's not possible. Everyone at your advanced age, because remember, I'm not a spring chicken, needs reading glasses. And so are you memorizing this or what? I'm like, how am I supposed to memorize it? You're showing it to me right there. And he says, well, I don't know how you're doing that. But when you realize that you need reading glasses, call Uncle. I'm like, I will, but I don't actually need reading glasses. The only thing that is a problem recently is if it's really dim, then it can be hard to read small letters. But like this here, no problem at all for me, even a couple of feet away. So, but if it was really dim, then it might be a little bit more difficult. That is the only problem I really have. So it's worth it if you want to try and see if that helps you, because it's worth it to me personally. And then if you're wearing glasses, it just always seems like your vision just keeps deteriorating. And whereas mine, no problem. And I started taking this probably 10 years ago, maybe more. Anyway, it's been a while, maybe 12 years ago. I started taking it a long time ago. And I do notice that when I stop, like one time I literally forgot to order it, and I waited a month for it because I just kept forgetting to order it. And it was noticeable. Things did start to get a little blurry, so after a few weeks. So it does keep it pretty good. And it's supposed to do a lot of things for you and help you with aging, but that's the main thing that I noticed. Anyway, I hope that you all have a really good pupil-free day and know that you don't have to sleep through it. Bye.